Today, I want to talk about a few things regarding Topstep and their policy changes for their evaluation phase. Since my last video, I talked about Apex versus Topstep and which evaluation is easier to pass. Funny enough, less than 10 hours after I posted that video, Topstep came out with the changes to the policy, so that video became irrelevant at this time. I still am keeping that video because that's how I passed the evaluation with Topstep, and I said something in that video that is quite relevant. So it's really tricky rule, and I wish Topstep would make it where it's 4 days total minimum traded and 50% rule. So one day could be only 50%, and that would make a big difference if you ask me. You still have to kind of be consistent and trade well to pass, but it'll be a little bit quicker. And I even said that they could keep it at 4 days, but make it 50% consistency. They still made it where it's 50% consistency and no minimum days. So obviously, if you do the math, you could pass in 2 days. I was nervous that the 2 days would have to be exact, but what they actually did is they added a small buffer. So if you're off a little bit, the system will still count it as a past combine. Because if you just do 50-50 and it was exactly to a penny, then you would have to have 2 exact P&Ls to a penny. Otherwise, it would take you 3 days to pass. So I still think it's gonna take you, 3, 4, 5 days to pass. But just having that option is quite amazing, and it's a big step forward for Topstep. First, let me give you guys an update on both my Topstep funded account and my Apex account, and then we'll go into more discussion about the Topstep evaluation phase. So first and foremost, the Topstep account is on day number 2. So today was day number 2, and I am up $1,100 on the account. And you guys could see how it says negative 2,000 as the max loss. Now it's negative 1,000 or whatever is close to that, because it's still trailing end of day. But this shows you exactly how big the account size really is. So even though it's a 50K, Topstep does it where you start at 0 and then you have negative $2,000 loss, and then you grow from there. And I think that's the easier way of understanding things. So I definitely like that, and it just shows you exactly how big the account is. It's not 50K, it's just a $2,000 account with a end of day drawdown. Hopefully we give you guys an update and summary of the payout process with Topstep later on this week, because I am on day number 2. If I keep making $500 a day, I'll be able to take a withdrawal. Nothing big, but I'll be able to take a withdrawal by end of this week, which will be interesting. I definitely want to keep some cushion in here because they do have a scaling plan. I want to be able to trade 3 lots or maybe even 5 lots eventually. But again, it's all because of how I'm trading the open right now. The Apex account, I am on day number 14 today. I took a withdrawal on July 18th. Right now, I am up $3,452. Technically, I am up close to $5,500 on this account. And today is day number 14 that just passed. So I will be able to take another withdrawal with this account next week. I got a couple new evaluations with Apex, so we'll see how that goes. I just copy traded them today. I'm gonna take it easy on those evaluations and see if I can continue using this opening trade system throughout my accounts and keep growing them, because this account, I haven't traded it that way the whole time. I use that technique on my 25K account, and I am telling you guys, I have not lost on this strategy in 14 days. So it's just an opening trade. It doesn't generate huge profits. So I would overtrade. I would try to get more profits. Eventually, sometimes I'll get in trouble. For now, I like to just stick to the opening trade since it's working. And then if it works well for a long time, 30, 40, 50 days, then I could scale in bigger size and also scale into multiple accounts. It's a pretty quick trade. So I am testing the Quant Tower copy trader with this by using the evaluations that I just got. And today it went really well. There was a small discrepancy, maybe a tick of discrepancy between the main account and the follower accounts, but I did take double the size on the copy accounts. Overall, not a bad step forward with this. Hopefully next week we'll get another payout with this account. But let's talk about Topstep. Topstep and their new policy with 50%. Going back maybe 2 weeks, I really didn't think about Topstep at all. The only time I thought about it is when I was like hanging out in Nutty Stream, or people would mention it on YouTube or in my comments or in my Discord. That was the only time I even said yeah, I don't think it's worth it. Like, they don't have anything that benefits you. Prices weren't great. The evaluation process, the combine process were very difficult and just very lengthy process with 2 steps, and then made it 1 step, and then they made a lot of great changes in just 2 weeks. I think exactly what Apex did over the last year or so, where they changed the whole industry of the prop game. Other firms had to adapt other firms have to do different things to stay relevant. And I think what Topstep is doing now is because of what Apex was able to do and how Apex grew as a massive company, and they definitely took the lead in the industry. So I think now Topstep is trying to do a lot of different things and change the game a little bit for the better, because now Topstep, I think, will have to make some adjustments, whether it's to their evaluation, make it shorter. I say don't make any minimum days. I'm not sure how much money these firms make on the activation fees. They will get more sign up. People would pass the evaluations with, holy grail trades, and then they would sign up for the funded accounts and blow them. I think it would be benefit to the consistent traders and also to Apex as well. Not sure what they're gonna do, but we'll see what changes they make. But Topstep, the 50% consistency rule really changes the game. And there's a few things I really like about Topstep, and I will make a separate video on that. But just to summarize everything, the 50% rule makes it where you could pass the evaluation in 2 days. And also having the max daily loss. The max daily loss is actually a great thing to have, especially since it doesn't count against you if you hit it, which is amazing because you could hit it, and I hit it twice on my evaluation with Topstep, and I was still able to pass the combine. It's very hard to walk away when you are down on the day, and I'm sure you've been there. You've had that day where it's just hard to overcome that difficult day of, trading and evaluation, especially because evaluations don't cost a lot, and you just overtrade. So having that, mental break for a few hours, you get some sleep and some rest, and then you come back the next day, you're able to trade fresh and not have that, emotional aspect of trading impact you and your decisions. I think the best option is to have both accounts, because I know some people want to grow a cushion and have a bigger account. Topstep, it's hard to do because the max daily loss is always going to be there. But if you do 150K, you have a 3K max daily loss. I mean, that's huge. So why do I not think the max daily loss is a big deal when it comes to growing the big account? If you are trading Apex, and you know how with Apex you have limited withdrawals, but after 3 months you could withdraw at full as long as you took withdrawals in the first 3 months. Then you are up $30,000 on that account. If you have $30,000 worth of cushion and you could withdraw all of it on the next payout, right? So the payout is there and you don't take any money out because you want to grow the cushion, but the option is there for you to take it out. At that point, that money is yours. It's actually your money. So if you blow that account of 30K, you actually lost 30K. If you are able to take it out and you don't, and then you lose it, you actually lost 30K. That is the only time you actually risk your own money with these prop firms. Now let's talk about Topstep, right? So you grow with 30K, you still have that daily loss. So you're annoyed and whatever. Okay, that's fine. But why would you trade your own money in a prop firm in the first place? If you want to grow a cushion on these prop firms, then what you do is you take the money out and you put it in your own account. And if you put it in your own account, you save huge on taxes. Futures have the best tax benefits of all trading instruments when you trade in the US. You don't have to do the split, right? So whatever money you make over 25,000 or whatever it is with Topstep, I think 10,000, whatever it might be, then you have a profit split of 90-10, right? So that's 10%. Then you pay regular income tax on all the earnings. So that is a different tax bracket than you have with futures trading in the US, again, if you trade with an actual brokerage. But again, if you are trading with 30K of your own money in these prop firms, and own money being that you could take it out at any time, why not put it in your live account? Put it in the live account. You have cheaper commissions. It's 30K that you're going to risk regardless, whether it's in the Apex firm, whether it's in Topstep, or if it's in your live account, it's still 30,000. It doesn't matter where it came from, what it is. I guess the only difference that I could see, but it shouldn't really matter because then you could write it off, but it would be that you have to pay taxes when you do take it out from, let's say, Apex, and it goes to your deal, then your bank account, you're going to have to pay tax on that unless you have something to write off of it. So if then you transfer it to Ninja, then if you lose it on Ninja, you have to write that off. But if you don't, you still got to pay tax on that 30K. So that's the only thing that I would kind of see as a negative. But again, at that point, it shouldn't matter because you're going to be making a lot more money, and the tax benefits will be huge moving forward. So that is just my opinion as to why Topstep's daily max loss doesn't really matter. I think I would have taken a lot more withdrawals with my recent accounts with Apex if I had that daily max loss. I went on few losses in a row, and then I continued to trade and then I would go below the minimum threshold and continue trading. And then with Topstep, I would have been stopped. And the next day, the conditions were beautiful. So the day I lost, let's say the 25K account, it was the most choppiest day of NQ I've seen in quite a long time. The next day, it was beautiful. It was uptrending. It was just the clearest day of a trend, and could have made my money back, and I just didn't have the account anymore. So having that max daily loss, especially when you have a cushion, is definitely a benefit. And also, obviously, you pass the Topstep combine in 2 days, and then you could get paid in just 5 days. So in 7 days total, you could get a withdrawal, versus with Apex, it will take you about a month to month and a half to get your first payout. Once you get the first payout, it's actually not bad with Apex, because again, I requested a payout on the 18th of July. I still didn't get the payout, but it's already approved. So as long as it's approved, to me, it's fine. It's now July 24th. I'm on day number 4 of the new cycle, because the new cycle starts as soon as you request the withdrawal. Not when it's approved, but when you actually request it. So I requested it on day number 10. Today is day number 14, so that's 4 days, and then I have to trade it for 10 days. So next week, I will request another withdrawal with it. Then it's like every other week you get a withdrawal, and then the ball, is rolling, and it's quite easy to get, the withdrawals moving forward. It's just the first one that's a very lengthy process. And then if you do lose an account, or if you withdraw your safety net and you have to restart, it's a lengthy process there. I still love Apex, and then I'm starting to like Topstep a lot. So I don't play any favorites. It's whatever suits me best. And we're gonna keep moving forward. I still love TickTick, but TickTick doesn't allow micro scalping in the first 5 minutes of the open, which is surprising to me. I didn't even know that till I reread the FAQ or the contract, and I'm not sure if that's with just the direct account or all of the accounts. But yeah, since Topstep is now 2 days to pass, I'm not sure if it's worth going with TickTick, since TickTick is 1 day to pass. So actually 1 day, it's not really a big deal. So I don't think it's a problem there. So TickTick is kind of falling off, except for the direct accounts. The direct accounts are still an amazing deal if you are able to stay consistent. And I would do it in a heartbeat if I could micro scalp in the first 5 minutes, because sometimes my trades are so quick that they don't even last 10 seconds, So it's crazy to think about, but it's just how it's going. I don't have control over how fast my target gets hit. The market's been so volatile lately that we have like 20 points in one candle, in 20, 30-second candle. So, getting those few points, it's really a quick trade. I am going to make a dedicated video about Topstep, especially if I do get the payout, and let you guys know how that's going. Hit that like, hit the subscribe. If you're still watching, leave a comment down below with how you're doing, and I'll leave the Discord down below as well. Nothing really else to talk about besides maybe the fact that I'm also trading stocks again. So I am funded again with stock. It's a different type of trading, so I'm not really going to be focused on that. Maybe I'll give a summary at end of August how it's going. Started last Thursday, so got 2 days of trading. Today I didn't even trade it. There's no setups, but we'll see how that's going. That's obviously a big account, so I funded it with a little bit over 33,000. So yeah, that's how everything is going so far, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. All right, peace out.